I'm sorry. You gotta open it how you gotta open it. Oh! Hold on. Go dogs. Go dogs. Sick. Okay. Okay. Next question. Hi you guys, it's Masai and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to do a seafood mukbang, and if you want to participate in a video like this in the future, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Masai. Okay. So let me show you guys what I have. I have some crabs, potatoes and shrimp, and then I have some water, and I have a bucket to, you know, put all the extra stuff in there. So this is my little setup. Okay, so the first question that a couple of people asked on my college decision reaction video was, what were my stats? So I applied with a rounded 4.2, and let's see, a rounded weighted 4.2, and I had a unweighted 3.8 rounded. I applied with a super scored 1250 on the SAT. And let's see, what else? I did the IB program, and I did the diploma program. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? And then, like, a little bit about my extracurriculars. I was captain of varsity basketball cheer. I was on the executive board for my school's first Black Student Union. I was on the executive board for SGA. I made a couple of my own programs throughout the years. I own my own business. Yeah. So that was my stats, just to get that out of the way. One of the most asked questions that I got was, why UGA? I'm sorry, that's a good ghetto. UGA was always one of my tops, and throughout my whole process, my tops were UGA, Miami, and Florida State. And then kind of like as time went by in the process, I didn't really care where I ended up. Major was really important. Yeah, UGA's Terry School of Business is like well known. So, and their communication school is well known too. Well, their programs in general, like each of their departments are strong. So I knew that no matter where I ended up with my major, that, you know, I made a good choice. Another reason was that the student life, like the school spirit. UGA is a sports school, and that wasn't a deciding factor, but I really couldn't see myself at like a artsy school, or like a school that didn't have like sports or like good school spirit. Location, it's like an hour away, an hour and some change away from my house, so that's good. UGA has a really good Black community, and it has a really good diverse community, so I really like that too. That's pretty much why. But after I added up the money with all of my schools, I was like, yeah, UGA, like that Zell scholarship, the fact that I'm going to like one of the best public universities and my tuition is paid is just like amazing. Like, what? Next question is college essay tips. A huge tip is to put all of your essay prompts in Google Doc and just keep all your essays, because, you know, you might not know which essay you like the most, and it's a good space to like draw everything out. And I say really tap into, oh, I broke it. Really tap into yourself. Like, don't do a basic story. You really have to make yourself stand out. Just, you might have to be vulnerable. You might have to be uncomfortable. Just, you know, go all out. Like, you're going to be talking to someone who will probably never see your face, so might as well just say what you gotta say. Save all of your prompts, because for scholarships and stuff, you're gonna reuse them, and who wants to write a whole new essay? Like, just save it in the Google Doc or whatever you use, and oh, beautiful. Also, have someone check it. Like, you might be a good writer, but have a friend check it, have an adult check it, have a really good writer check it. So, you know, you take all of those edits and use them, and then you rewrite your essay. Next question. What am I most looking forward to for college? So, I would probably have to say being in a new environment. I'm also excited about learning something that I'm actually interested in. Like, it's actually related to my future. Oh my gosh, my hands are dirty. How did I go about writing my essays and perfecting them? I listed all the common app prompts, and then I wrote out topics for each one of them, like things I could talk about. And then I kind of like went through those and decided which one I felt like would be my strongest essay, and which one do I feel like the readers will get to know me best. And just make sure that it's true to who you are. Like, don't sit there and try to write something that you don't like or you think that's going to work. Like, write something that you care about, because it's going to be easier to write. How did I decide what colleges to apply to? Okay, so I had a method, and the method was I tour a school, and then I put it somewhere on a list, like a ranking, right? So that's kind of what I was doing. All of the schools that I applied to, I actually toured. Like, I was like grateful to tour, except Stanford and Kentucky, and I didn't tour Florida State. UGA, I toured about a good 6 times, and when I tell y'all, the first time I went to UGA, baby, I did not like it. And then I toured Miami right after that, and I was like, yeah, Miami was my top tier. Like, that place feels like a vacation spot. Like, oh, supposed to be throwing the stuff in the bucket. But wait, what was the question? I feel like it's very, like, you don't know where to start if you haven't toured a school. So I would just say, if your school offers tours, if you vacation somewhere, go take a tour. That's what I did. Like, I went to Miami for spring break and I toured Miami. I went to LA during the summer and I toured USC, I toured UCLA. Okay, next question. What inspired me to write my essay? I'll just talk about my Common App essay because I feel like that's like the biggest one. I wanted to do something that was different, something that like meant a lot to me and got me like to where I am today. So I was just thinking, like, what could I write about? And I was like, oh, let me write about pageants. Like, I was Team Miss Georgia, or 2018, and that really helped me like get to where I was. Like, it led me to start my business. It's led me to get into one of the programs that I created. I wanted them to know like about myself, but I also have changed as a person. How/why did I come to the final decision that UGA was my choice? I kind of talked about this already, but I knew, like, as soon as I started looking for roommates and looking for group chats, I knew, like, it was my final choice. And I already knew I qualified for Zell, so that was free tuition. Like, I was doing the math. Hold on. I was doing the math in my head, and like the math was, it was looking real good. Shout out to Isis. Her YouTube channel is Isis Ariane. And before, I wasn't big on UGA, like when I first toured it. Then I watched her YouTube, and she basically like shows what it's like to be at UGA as a black girl, and that's exactly what I needed. And for those of you that are black who are watching this, or a minority, you know that there are not a lot of YouTubers who are minorities in college that like are consistent with good quality and like show what life is really about. She changed my whole mind on UGA. And I was like, yeah, that's where I want to be. What are my plans for myself while at UGA? My plan, learn more about myself, and I really want to land a really good internship. Like, I'm talking Fenty Beauty, Google, like the Falcons. Like, I really want to land a really good internship, and hopefully out of one of the internships I get, I can make that my job after I graduate college, just to make a difference and add to the school. Like, I feel like I would feel so much better walking out knowing that, like, hey, like, you know, this program is at UGA because of me, or like this is this way because of me, like in a positive way. What was the hardest part of applying to college? Probably knowing yourself. Like, you think you know yourself, but then you get some of them college questions and you're just like, my mom, she wanted me to apply to IB for fun, and so I chose Columbia, and I didn't end up applying to one because by that time I was tapped out. One of the questions was, what is your favorite book, one that you haven't read in school? And I was like, wow, that's sad. Like, I haven't read it all other than school. I could have lied, yeah, but like I said, they're going to see straight through it, so it's no point. I would also say, like, comparing yourself. That's one of the hardest parts. I was also surrounded by other very, very smart people, and, you know, I thought they had some advantage over me because of their test scores. When I got waitlisted into tech, I was actually really proud because I was like, wow, like, I know people higher test scores than me, higher GPA, and they got denied or, like, deferred, and I was like, okay, I'm talking about something. When you think about it, like, you're ending up at the same school as some people's valedictorians, some people's lowest rank person. The numbers really don't matter. I felt like with UGA's application, I was able to show, like, that there's more to me than just, like, my test score, which clearly it's not a big deal now since, you know, next year it's not going to be a thing, but guess it took a pandemic for them to realize that one. The next question is, what schools was I choosing between? I knew it was UGA. I feel like if it wasn't UGA, I truly think I would have chose Spelman. And it's so crazy because I was so, like, not about Spelman. Like, and then, like, at the end, like, I was looking forward to hearing back from them. Be open, because you never... My nail's literally bending in half. You never know where you're going to end up. Okay. What am I majoring in? For UGA, I applied with advertising, and not too long ago, I just switched it to marketing. I feel like with marketing, it's more broad, if that makes sense. Like, you have advertising and marketing, you have business and marketing, you have a little bit of econ and marketing, you also have public relations, and then you have, like, marketing itself. So I feel like it was just a really good pick for me. But who knows? Shoot, I might be a physical therapist coming out, but it's not all of my food, though. No. I answered all of my questions. I hope you guys enjoyed the video because I enjoyed the food. Comment down below if you're a senior what school you're going to. Hopefully I helped you with the answers I gave to these questions. And what else? If you haven't watched my college decision reaction video, make sure you watch it, and my latest video. And so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.